Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to part 145 of Let's Play Pillars of Eternity, where we just finished talking to our long-lost sister in...
On the hunt.
Well, long-lost sister in a sense.
So... Yeah? It's true.
Yeah.
The gods are a sham that people have followed for thousands of years.
So we can have a quick rest without feeling a worry. Just pick that up. Pick up some gold, and we're going to descend deeper into Sun and Shadow. But we learned quite a lot of things, ladies and gentlemen, quite a lot of things. And as Alof just said then, the gods are a sham. They are beings beyond our comprehension, but they are not gods. That is a very interesting revelation, in my opinion.
I shall be discreet.
Even my Stelgar eyes can't see in this darkness.
Well, that's fucking cool.
Full of surprises, aren't you?
Incredible! I knew the builders could work wonders, but this is amazing!
I would have brought a torch if you'd asked.
Can you do that again? I had something in my eye. Missed most of it.
I do love Adir. He is legitimately one of my favorite characters in any RPG. Like, he's better than a lot of characters you meet in RPGs. He's just... he has the right level of comedy mixed with like good companion. And good, obviously he's not like a useless companion either. He's a good companion as well. So that, of course, is pretty badass. Who the fuck summoned a revenant? Which one of you dipshits summoned a revenant? Let me guess, he's gonna do it again. Oh shit, son! That may have this was a mistake.
I'm blinder than a horpile.
What the fuck is that? Oh, it's a dragon. Well, fuck my ass and call me a cunt, I guess.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that! He's Haravis is actually using a spell that I would recommend for a change. Durance, you may need to heal everyone here. I want to use that, but at the same time, it's not really worth using just yet. There it is. Steps. Oh, that steps to the wheel. The Watcher gives his or her foes a glimpse into afterlife, displacing their souls momentarily, paralyzing them and leaving them sickened. Where's this thing of Gallowayne we're meant to have?
Need something?
I'm a little bit upset that I haven't got that, because I'm pretty sure I was meant to... Again, I'm guessing there's somewhere I'm specifically meant to get it, but... I want it now, so, you know, just give me it now. Right. Let's progress further into this... Sun and Shadow. Yeah, this is actually Sun and Shadow now. The other part was named differently. I know that our sister from another life told us of it, but, you know, sometimes I forget, so... Let's quickly just get this, do that cool soul thing again. I do love how this just immediately brings enemies. The enemies like, stop. We're gonna try and kill you. This one seems bigger.
Let's go.
I don't need to do this. I'm going to save that soul displacement for an enemy that's probably going to need it. don't see this Drake being too big of an issue, to be honest. Again, hey, why the fuck did you place in front of Aldwyn, Aloy?
Objects were than rock.
Come on, we know you're not better than Aldwyn, so just accept that and stop being a dick. There we go, Haraba's healed himself, and this Drake is going to go down pretty quickly. Make sure everyone... Who the fuck is summoning revenants and ghouls and all this shit?
What?
Oh, and Harava's leveled up, so let's level this little bastard up. Let's give him some points into athletics, probably. And just give him a little bit more health. Or ability to get health. We'll go for a bonus. Fuck it, I don't really think I need a bonus spell, but you know, we'll go for a bonus 3rd level. You never know how useful spells are going to be, so let's just, you know... I don't know where we're going, because this is just a random room, but fuck it, we're going in here anyway. We look to be going in that door, like, right there. So something tells me we're going into the end game by accident. If this is the end game, I don't actually know this. I'm just assuming this is the end game. I mean, it feels like it should be the... Well, this is most certainly where... Yep, this is most certainly something to do with Faos. Let's, I think I'm ready for it. So let's, I'm not going to worry about looting anyone at this point.
Are you ready to take the oath? To spread the word of the gods to the lost and heathen?
Something tells me I'm not going to get a fucking choice, mate.
I am trusting you to remain loyal to the gods in this. If you do not, you will have greater powers than me to answer to. But you will answer to me as well.
I wonder if Faos knew that I was betraying him all along.
I wouldn't ask this were there any other choice.
This is a missionary, same as I was. Taught the wrong things as I was. Oceanus. They have held off many would-be invaders.
You are ready to give a confession?
I am ready to hear one from you.
I just quickly went to talk to Aloy.
Lied to. Our whole lives, and many lives before that. And it's led us to put our faith in a pantheon of gods that never deserved it in the first place.
Faos is wrong. Most people are fundamentally decent. Knowing the truth can only make them better.
You're right. People will be better off finding direction on their own than following this farce. Besides, the gods haven't exactly done much to prevent us from slaughtering each other. If anything, they've only given us more pretenses for doing so.
The slaughter seems to come whether there's a god involved or not. If it wasn't a god justifying it, it'd be some other thing.
I've also been thinking. There won't be much left of Theos by the time you're done with him, if I know how you operate. That will leave the leaden key headless. Perhaps it's best it stays that way.
I agree.
Then let's face Theos. When this is all over, I'll make sure that no one is able to commit his abuses again.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, how fucking far do you want me to go? There we go. You've come to a circular room, grand and domed, its walls lined with adra and trimmed with copper. At the far end of the great hall of adra pieces, a pillar of adra pierces the floor from below like a ragged spike, its shimmering texture giving the illusion of boundless depth. Your thoughts are yours, and not yours, and they are all questions. At the base of the pillar stands Theos, a look of concern on his face as he notes your approach. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all others, spinning madly in your mind, but you don't dare ask it yet. You need some admission from him first, some hint of veracity of your suspicions.
You are far from your post, Inquisitor. What brings you here?
Your mind races, weighing different angles of approach, your emotions barely in check. Was Ivora telling the truth?
That woman sought only to destroy the foundations of peace and civility that my people sacrificed everything to build.
What is this place?
We are in a sanctum holy to Utica. There are others like it in service to the other gods. I come here often to pray for her counsel, and in this space I may be assured that she hears me.
That machine behind you, what does it do?
It has many uses, but its purpose is to bring structure to the chaos that surrounds it.
All of these statues, who are they? Of?
They are monuments to Utica's greatest servants among my people. I hope to join them myself one day, but my work is not yet complete.
Was the entire Inquisition based on a lie?
The Inquisition was based on the need to cut the flesh from a rotting wound.
You are shaking now, having lost all patience for tact. No more evasions, you have to know. Everything you believed, everything you have done for the gods. Did you lie to me when you said the gods could end suffering? He says nothing. Are there no gods?
What is a god? A higher power? A rewarder of good deeds and punisher of the wicked? Something men can turn to in their darkest moments when their days seem only like bridges from one tragedy to the next. Our gods are all these things.
With Phaos' every word, you find yourself losing control of a boiling cauldron of rage and doubt and fear and hopelessness, until you can take it no more. Are there no gods?
We are in a sacred place within earshot of the gods themselves. This is not the time. You've been through much these past few months. You will return home and you will rest. When you feel you have recovered, you may rejoin us at the trials. The Inquisition is far from over, and I will have need of you. There are many who continue to spread the lies of the apostate. The Inquisition will not end until we have pronounced judgment on all of them.
His eyes linger on you, and there is no mistaking the threat behind it, and your rage shrinks at the image of an iron wheel in your mind, monolithic and caked with the dried blood of thousands. You do not ask your question again.
How did you find it?
I didn't. It was Lady Webb.
Another in a string of acts of petty defiance. For all her knowledge, she always preferred spite over reason.
It was reason that guided her hand in this.
Then she should have obeyed. I ask one thing of all my followers. She was incapable. A waste of rare talent and intellect.
Her talent and intellect were too great for her to live as your servant. What of your cohorts, then? They have followed you to their depths. Is it loyalty that brings them here? Or is it, as my agent suggests, that they have no direction of their own?
You worshipped Aethys, did you not?
Your spies are good. What gave me away? The cape?
Yet when your god needed you the most, you chose your country.
We were being invaded. Not by anyone who was acting like a god.
Then I should think your hometown gave you a hero's welcome when you returned.
They gave me one. It didn't last, but what does?
Neither faith nor loyalty in your case, I think. Your god deserved better from his follower.
Adir's body tenses, but he catches himself. He shrugs, but bitterness is draped across his face.
What of you, Orlin? My agents tell me you are far from home, both in distance and in years. Have your friends proven a worthy distraction from the pain of ostracism?
Ostracism? Is that the name for the groin rash your mother gave me? Don't fool yourself, old man. You know nothing about me.
Enlighten me, then. Is it Gallowayne you serve, or is it Weil?
I give both gods their due service, but I am servant to neither.
But such difficulty on the way. If you had only accepted that perhaps you were fit to serve neither god, just as you were unfit to serve your tribe, you might have saved yourself the trouble.
My tribe was unfit to serve me. And yes, I'm not fit to serve any god. I need only serve myself. Can you claim that, Theos? Are you your own master, or are you just Woodika's wet nurse?
I serve all people, better than they will ever know. Better to live a competent servant than an incompetent master. Durant stares at Theos with a beast snarl. Theos watches him calmly.
You built a weapon that delivered exactly as promised.
I served my goddess as you did yours.
Yet the other builders were slain. 11 of a dozen. Why not you? Were you somehow different? Redeemable in your god's sight?
There was a message there, whether she meant it or not.
Or was it merely that your goddess wanted you dead as well, and your delusions of importance prevented you from seeing the obvious?
A whore's beguiling charms, nothing more, but the spell's broke now, Theos. The trial's over. I know friend from foe, and I've come here now to see a foe repaid.
You were able to destroy a god because another god wished it. Without her hand to guide you, you could not strike at a god any more than you could strike the sky. You are impotent, and not just from the pox. State your name and purpose, young acolyte.
My name belonged to the gods and my hand to their service. No more.
You serve none but yourself. Without contact with your order, you can have no higher purpose. Only the base concerns of the flesh. You have cast yourself from our ranks.
And I should have done it years before. I'd rather live in uncertainty than servitude.
And that uncertainty would lead you where it leads everyone. To doubt, to emptiness, to the many cruelties inspired by disbelief. You will have to forgive your Grandmaster for remaining skeptical of his initiate's choices.
Theos returns to the Devil of Karak's stare with contempt. He shakes his head.
A murderer given life beyond her body, beyond her own selfish purpose. My dear, you embody the very reasons Kith should not play with the tools of the gods.
Last I checked, it was your gods who set us up to destroy each other.
Your city was spared by a god. It was destroyed by Kith, who took matters into their own hands. Such are the excesses my order seeks to correct.
By tearing the souls out of little babies. That's some strong medicine.
Strong and lasting, the way it must be. We do not indulge the whims of bloodlust as you do. All we do is for the sake of a cure. You are here because you are lost. The gods cannot reach everyone, I'm afraid. May you fare better in your next lives.
He directs his gaze at you.
I gather you have had your soul awakened. Why else would you shadow my footsteps like some stray mongrel? You think I have something to offer you, but our business was concluded long ago.
Our business will conclude when you have told me all I wish to know. God damn it, game! Stop cutting out. I answered your questions once. That your soul is not fit to accept the answers is little concern to me. I lied to no one, not to you, not to anyone. The gods are real. They are everything we need them to be, and the world is better for it. You convinced me once that spreading your false faith would end atrocities, yet here you are, committing your own.
The spread of our faith ended many such atrocities. I do what I must to ensure it continues to do so. The heart of this country has skipped a beat, nothing more. I have done far worse. I plunged the peaceful kingdom of Telosus into civil war. I slew the monarch of Desantio, whose people never knew hardship under his rule, and replaced him with a cruel despot who brought them to ruin. When plague arrived at the great city of Arborensis, I saw to it that the cure did not. They piled their dead outside the city in heaps that rose above their walls.
Nothing could justify these atrocities.
That's where you are mistaken. There was a time, back when your soul was still a shapeless mist, when the world believed only in false gods. Thousands of them. Gods that told them to take slaves. Gods that told them to make war upon their neighbors and devour the slain. Gods that told them to burn their children alive and cover themselves in the ashes as a sign of their faith.
But that all changed when they learned of the true gods, our gods. All those misshapen bestial instincts melted beneath the radiance of our god's majesty. You could see it in their eyes, that dull emptiness replaced with a glimmer of a kindled spark. We have nothing more to say to each other.
Hear me, Woodica. Your servant calls for aid.
You're about to get butt-fucked, son.
Lock 10!
Ow. Well, shit! Right. You deal with that one, Durance. You deal with that one. I'm gonna deal with this cunt. And Haravis, you're gonna come over here and use some of that badass magic to get me some slimes. Can I... Wait. Damn it. Fine, I'll use this one. Alof. Wait, dear. Actually, you've got... Oh, you've just been put on your ass. Well, that happens, doesn't it? Now we're gonna fuck up Theos. We're gonna use use detonate on him. Right, with this many allies, it should be fine. Damn! I got punched in the face really hard. You're already resurrecting me. You are a badass. Though Theos, if you couldn't mind, if you could have like not fucked me up, that would have been fuck tons better if I'm honest. So I'm just gonna use that there. Adir, could you stop getting knocked in your ass? You're becoming a fucking. You're fucking just. You're a massive. You're a disgrace sometimes, man.
Let's go. Let's go.
Theos immune to everything at the moment, because he seems to be doing a good fucking job of annoying me. I probably should be fucking up these hedgemen and that a little bit more, you know what I mean? Haravis, you know what to do. Alright, I'm going to give my character full ability to do damage. Because, right, it looks like I need to actually... make sure everyone's getting the right amount of spells done. Get that bitch fucked. Shit. We need to kill this cunt. Adir, can you please get off your ass, mate? Yeah, we need to fuck up Woodica's judge. Something fierce. Yeah. Yeah, Slime, come in there, help us over here. Oh yeah, shit, I've got an idea. Oh fuck, you're out of 3rd level spells. Of course you are. Actually, not. Do all you can to help. What's that? Fuck it, use it on him. I don't fucking know what it does, but use it on him anyway. Durance, you may want to heal yourself. Because it seems like someone really wants you dead. And I have a feeling this part's going to get really fucking long because of all this, so... Yeah, this part's going to be very long.
That's good.
Apparently he's immune to it, so why the fuck did... So why the fuck that said it's... Yep, it's going to be really successful. It's like... No, you're lying to me again. Don't be a cunt. Being a cunt's always such a... Just come on, man. You could just tell me the truth. It's like, it's not going to do jack shit. Yep, we're all on our asses. Alof, get yourself a spear and just jump in there and start smacking these guys around.
Hey.
Bye bye, Woodacre's Judge. Oh, fuck. No, ignore Theos. Everyone get hit. There we go. Now we fuck up Theos. We may be fucked.
Artifact worth and raw.
You may want to use. You may just want to heal. That's probably the safest thing to do right now. Stop there, dude. What are you doing? Oh, for fuck's sake, he's got. Do not kill our ally, you bellend. Yep, I think we've lost this fight because I didn't concentrate on the other two quick enough.
Lava rule beyond.
Well, I think a deer's fucked.
Artifact worth and raw. Moweth Ix.
You're not getting through me.
Wait, you have seriously got a 0% chance of hitting him.
Artifact worth
Yep.
and raw. Rith Ulikna. Artifact worth.
It seems that we actually can't hit him, which is obviously means this is fucked. Like if we can't hit him, we are kind of fucked.
Parathis! Lava rule beyond sea.
Once that Shield of the Faithful ends, we might be able to do some damage to him, but holy shit, did I underestimate how this fight would go. Yeah, I don't see us winning this fight now, but...
Artifact worth and raw. Lava rule beyond sea.
I'm actually gonna laugh if this fight gets if Idea can win this fight purely by being a massive bellend. Not gonna lie, this job. This is actually becoming quite amusing to me. That Idea is pretty much doing a great job of beating this guy by purely like running around and failing horribly.
Leave it to me.
Holy shit, a deer is actually going to kill him. No fucking way. Oh my fucking god, that's some bullshit right there. At your feet rests the body of Theos, hollow. The dense wrinkles shaped by the silent shouldering of an eternal burden now smoothed across his color-drained face. His soul remains still for the moment, defenseless, its energy expanded in defeat. It lies sprawled across his body like a death shroud.
I hope this is the end, but what's to stop him from being born again with the same ill intent? And before you suggest the option, no, I'm not eating his soul. I'll put almost anything in my mouth, but not that.
He was good at serving his god, I give him that. He should have picked a better one.
He spent his lives, more than any of us will ever know. For what? Binding the world to a lie. Could a man like that ever be redeemed?
Think he got sick of it all after a couple thousand years? Or did Woodica keep him on the leash?
With a deep breath, you plunge into Theos' soul, and where in Brackenbury it had been a maze of narrow corridors and dead ends, now it is expansive and borderless, its walls crumbling into heaps like the ruin of Ingwith as you pass through them. You travel for what seems like ages, rushing into a known destination, a memory you glimpsed once before. At last you see it, no more than a pinprick of light at the end of a long tunnel, expanding slowly at first, but then quickly as you near. You come out into a room where you are standing in now, but it's new and pristine and filled with people, thousands of them, all turned towards the great Adra pillar at the machine that encases it. Theos stands at the machine, and you are one with him now. You look out at the crowd, at faces of shriveled old men and cherub-cheeked little girls, at mothers bouncing infants to quiet them, and fathers clasping their children's restless hands to watching you with somber acceptance. A woman with tears in her eyes gives you a small nod. You turn back toward the machine, your breaths constricted beneath the weight of unwanted knowledge, preparing yourself to set out alone on a journey without end. You close your eyes and open them again to find the machine still in front of you, beckoning. You take your place in front of it and place your hands upon a large mechanical disc at the base of the great crystal column and speak a single word. Giant rings creak to life, building speed, setting arrays of carved draconic mouths aglow and sending tremors through the platform beneath you. The entire room shakes now with the force of the accelerating machine, all sound drowned out by its deep, defeating thumb. Brilliant tendrils of light arced outwards from the pillars in all directions, and you look over your shoulders to see them engulfing the crowd, burning them brightly like hot iron. One by one, the tendrils disappear, leaving ashen effigies where people once stood, many of them disintegrating into grey heaps under the stress of the tremors. You look above to the Adra pillar, and the glowing spherical mass has begun to coalesce atop the column where its arcs converge. It grows and pulses, translucent and bulbous like some immense chrysalis, suspended in slow rotation as though it were being spun from the arcs of light. When the last arc disappears, the spectral mass hangs a moment, no longer rotating, so bright you must shield your eyes with an outstretched hand, and it seems to you as though it's looking at you. You bow your head in acknowledgement and look back to see it melt like the pillar like warm candle wax. The pillar flares with a flash of light, bright as the sun itself, then fades to darkness. The machine slows down to an abrupt halt, and when the last echo of its grinding cogs pass, the chamber is still, and you are alone. From all sides, reality begins to bleed in through the memory, and you find yourself in your own skin once more, looking down at Theos' lifeless body. You spent a listlessness to Theos' soul, an overwhelming fatigue that hinders its immediate escape and makes it vulnerable to manipulation. You feel as though your victory has given you some kind of hold over it, and you are able to do with it as you please. I do not envy you, Theos. I, of all people, realize the sway memories can hold. It is time you were granted peace. You reach out for Theos' soul, and you can feel its frailty and defeat, its texture like a coarse and threadbare cloth on the brink of disintegration. You insinuate yourself between the threads, pushing the weaving apart, unraveling the stitching until it's been bereft of structure, formless heap bound together by nothing at all. In its midst, you dedicate your focus to a single idea, and that idea is shatter. You concentrate, and as you concentrate, you feel a force building within your soul, an outward pressure that strains against containment, threatening to rupture your spirit. When you can contain it no more, you transfer it into Theos' soul all at once and release it there. A detonation of will that expands in all directions, driving out the remnants of his essence, scattering it into nothingness. You can feel his presence no more. In the stillness that follows, a single word echoes through your mind, a word you spoke when you were one with Theos in the ancient memory. You realize it is the word that activates the machine. Right.
Yeah.
So we're going to quickly save the game and end this part, and in the next part, ladies and gentlemen, we'll continue on. I'll see you guys then.